Dude, check out this view. That's pretty sweet.
Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. So today we, and by we I mean John, is going to be showing you how to evaluate a house before you buy it. We're going to look at a house and we don't know if we can get in it yet, so I ran inside the house and got the camera and told John he had to vlog this so he can tell you guys how he evaluates the house from the outside and the inside if we can get in.
I thought you were talking to your vlog. Is this my vlog?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I was just forced into a vlog.
It's a good one.
I like it. I like it.
You have to tell them what you're doing right now.
Putting a couple $1 million in the bank.
We're at the bank. I don't really know what we're doing, but John had to do something at the bank. And I thought this would be interesting for you to watch because John doesn't really have like extensive construction knowledge. He's not a contractor or anything.
No, you're basically calling me stupid.
You can see how like a normal person who's not in construction evaluates a house for a flip before they buy it.
Yeah, I would say I have above average knowledge of the average Joe that's just looking at a house, but yes, I am not on the construction department. So if I were to buy a house on my own, this is what I would have to do and probably what you would have to do, especially if it was like an auction house or a foreclosure or something and you did not have the time to get a crew out there to walk through it. I mean, you may only be able to see the outside. We don't know yet. If the door is open or knocked down, we can see inside and evaluate it further.
You did really good for just being thrown into a vlog.
I'm pretty much a professional. I literally put, oh, there it is.
This is always a process.
It is.
We were in line for like 10 minutes and
I could have been
John
ready.
got nothing ready. And then it becomes our turn and he's digging through a car trying to find
a panic. I would go into a panic at the window.
Are you pulling all our money out to put in crypto?
Yep. This is my secret account, the one you don't know about.
I know all of your accounts.
You don't know about this one. This is the biggest one. I call it the divorce account. Okay, so first thing I'm doing when we pull up to these houses is I'm assessing the neighborhood. So on the same block, I don't want to be a few blocks away. I want to see what the neighbors are like on the exact same block of the house that I'm buying is. And we're going to look at the neighbors, we're going to look at their yards, we're going to look at the street itself. Is there a lot of potholes? Is it rough? Is the street really narrow? These are things that buyers look at when they're pulling up to the house, and so we assess that as well. So far so good. A lot of these neighbors look to be clean, they're keeping up with their yards, and the street is paved and nice, and it's already right on the river, which is going to be a huge plus for this house. And real quick, if you're watching this vlog, because I think we're going to release it on this Sunday, the house may not have sold yet, and you swoop in and try to buy this house from us, I'll
And one more thing I wanted to add is we will try and talk to a neighbor because you always want to talk to neighbors and see how the other neighbors are around the house. So we'll try to talk to a neighbor that lives like directly next to the house.
Yes, they can tell you things like how long has it been vacant, what's done to the house. Have they been in the house before? If you can't get into it, maybe they've been in it recently and they can tell you the condition of it. So neighbors are a huge resource if you're buying a house on that block.
Okay, I'm excited, so let's go.
All right. Okay, so we're over here at the house, and actually my partner and I looked at this house like 6 months ago when it was first going up for a foreclosure. And then actually Rhianna and I, when we were house shopping like, what, 3 months ago?
Yeah.
We saw this on Zillow and we liked it. We still like the house. It's gonna need a ton of work. We can already tell from the outside pulling up and from what my partner and I saw before. Also, it's right under an overpass, and it's super loud, so I may have to yell so y'all can hear me, which will be no problem for me since I yell anyway. So I'm just going to walk you guys around the house. Rhianna's going to follow me, and I'm going to tell you guys what to look for in these houses when you cannot get inside, and some tricks to maybe see inside so you can get a better idea of what you're working with. Okay, so the first thing I do when I get out of the vehicle is obviously I am assessing the property. I want to make sure this is a house that we even want to work with, something that will fit into our portfolio. This is what we call a first look. I am not doing a detailed budget yet. I am not the one that does that. That's my partner Steve. He's the contracting side. But what I'm doing, or what my partner Andrew does, is we just assess the property to see if it's even worth our time. And that's what we're doing right now. So again, we've already addressed the neighborhood, we have addressed the neighbors, and now we're looking at the property itself. Again, sorry it's very loud, and that's something that we have to take into consideration. It's very loud right now, and there's an overpass right over the house. So when we're doing our comps with the other neighbors that might be further that way, we have to understand that this house may be priced lower per square footage because it's directly under the overpass. So you need to consider all of these things. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk around the house and I'm just gonna explain some things I'm looking at. All right, so I actually switched to the phone to give you a wider view, but unfortunately that might give you worse audio, so just bear with me here. This is supposed to be informational and not a movie. Okay, so the first thing I'm looking at here is the roof. I can already tell it is faded. A typical roof is going to last you about 20 years if you're lucky, and this one seems to be at least 15 years old just on all my time looking at roofs, and thanks to Steve teaching me. So I'm going to go ahead and assume the roof needs changed out. The next thing I see is only 2 little windows here. These are custom sized windows. They're in good condition, thankfully, because custom sized windows cost you more, so you need to know that as well. All right, so the next thing I'm looking at here, it seems like the garage door is buckled. Now it could just be off track, or it could just need a whole new garage door. I don't know, it actually does seem creased right here. So that's not very good. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume that it needs a garage door. And I'm taking all these notes. I'll do it separate than this video because obviously I'm holding the camera, but I take all these notes and I give it to my partners, and then we decide if this is gonna be a viable house for us or not. All right, we're gonna go down the right side of the house here. I already see a bunch of junk right here. That's easy to get rid of, that we just include that in the demo. The next thing I see is the electrical box. This actually seems to be in good condition, as well as the line leading up towards it. Now obviously I can't see the exposed line, it's inside that pipe, but oftentimes you will see the exposed line, and if that's frayed and looks terrible, you're going to have to go ahead and assume that the electrical needs upgraded, or at least the line going to the box outside into the house, because an inspector's not going to let that pass unless it's in good condition. All right, we got a bunch of overgrowth growing up the side of the house here. I don't know what that is, what type of vine that is. I guess it's kind of cool, but some people might hate that. All right, then we got this random tire here for no reason. Okay, good. Next is the HVAC units. And look, the window's just open to the house here. So I'll actually show you through that window here in a minute. There's the first HVAC unit. This house is a little bit bigger, so it's gonna have multiple HVAC units. One's usually the downstairs and one's usually the upstairs. This one looks actually in good condition. And then that one is in okay condition. And actually I see a third one back there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a third unit, and I think that might just be disconnected and it's an old unit and it's just sitting there. I doubt it's running anything. It has stuff sitting all over the top of it. All right, well, that's as far as I can go on the right side of the house. And again, I'll come back and show you guys inside that window when I get a chance. I just want to show you guys the outside first. All right, I'm gonna walk around the other side of the house. What are you doing out here?
I don't know. I'm just messing around, thinking about how we can do this house so we can live in it.
Rhianna likes this house a lot, but I am not the biggest fan. All right, more landscaping problems right here. And then this leads us up to the front door, and that's as far as I can go on the outside of this. And I'm gonna go this way. And we have to walk through the flowers and the bushes and the plants. And the neighbor's a little close. This is their like garage or their storage building, and it's a little close. Not the worst thing in the world because this fence divides you, but it is a little close, so you need to account for that. People don't love close neighbors. This is an Atrium Explorer 5000. Actually, I have no idea what that is.
I thought you were serious.
All right, then outside here is the backyard, and it's actually kind of nice. This is a nice little area. But again, you got that overpass right there. Actually, I'll take you this way first. So the first thing I'm seeing back here is landscaping issues. It's gonna need fixed. Oh, it's got a hot tub. Oh, hold on, I keep forgetting that I'm showing them things that are wrong. So the decking right here, it actually breaks off right here and slopes down. So that's gonna be another repair. Rhianna's playing in the hot tub. The hot tub appears to be shot. It's seen better days. The fan's seen better days. But dude, check out this view. That's pretty sweet.
Should I sell this house?
You want to try to sell the house real quick?
Yeah.
All right. Little break in the tour. Rhianna's going to give you her house pitch.
Ready?
Yep, you better talk loud.
So imagine yourself out here one morning or evening, just relaxing. The kids are playing in the hot tub. You're overlooking the river, and you've gotten your landscaping done, so you can wander down to the dock and go kayaking, do yoga, whatever you want, sipping on your coffee, just enjoying life.
Well, that's as far as I can go on the deck because, again, it's overgrown. And you got a boat dock down there. And guys, to be honest with you, we don't buy a ton of houses on the river. We have bought a few, but they have not had boat docks. So I do not know the rules for inspections on a boat dock. If you know, please comment down below so we can educate each other. And I would just like to know. But obviously we're gonna have to fix all this, the stairs all the way down to the dock, because this is gonna be a selling feature of the house, and we probably should have that looking good. All right, so now we got the back of the house. And what I can see from the back of the house, again, is the windows seem to be in good condition, but the sliding glass doors are not. And I'll show you a little bit closer when I get up to them.
They're open.
And then, oh yeah, the doors are open. And then over here, you have a little shed. And we usually leave these if they're in decent condition. This one seems to need a little bit of siding repair. You can see right here where it's bubbling out. So that's gonna need some siding repair. It's gonna need a new front door. And then it's gonna need all this junk removed out from the inside. All right, let's walk up to this.
Is like chain locked with a padlock, and that one's just open.
Yeah, that's weird. This door is just open. We see this all the time where the doors and windows are just left open. It could be other investors walking through. It could be neighborhood kids. It could be just that the bank forgot to close it up. You never know. Now, technically, you probably shouldn't enter the house. I'll leave that up to you guys. I am not going to be entering the house on this vlog. I might not do it at all. I don't know. You'll just never know. And then right here, you see where there's a problem. And this could be from termites, so it goes all the way across here. Now, it could also be from damage, water damage. A dog keeps peeing on the door, and that's what's causing rotting. But these are going to need completely replaced, and these will not be cheap. Sliding French glass doors are not cheap, so keep that in mind.
They're beautiful, though.
I'm trying to think if you can see anything else from the outside. Oh, obviously the gutters and the soffit, they've seen better days. This does not even have a gutter or a downspout on it. You see that? So that's not good news. That water's dropping straight down on the ground and going into the foundation. Now, luckily, this sits on a flat lot, so you probably won't have foundation problems, but keep that in mind if you're looking at houses on hills. Now, I'm not saying it can't have foundation problems. It's just highly unlikely. Are you just gonna stay in my shot?
Well, I was waiting to tell them another selling point.
Oh, gosh.
This flat part of the lot is so nice because also you have the down to the river and the beautiful view because you're up a little higher than the river. But you have this flat part that you could make for the kids or make a garden and grow your own vegetables, really do whatever you want right here. So I like to look at the stuff that's like not that important for the flip part, but is stuff that I would like to see if I was buying a house.
Why don't you just get your real estate license? All right, so now this is what you can do. If it has windows, if it has big doors like this, there's glass, feel free to take a look inside. So I'm not going to enter. I will stop right here at the door and I can see inside. And I can already, Rhianna's breaking the rules. And I can already tell that it's in good condition, but I will say that the floors are going to need redone. So that's kind of expensive, but they are hardwood floors, which is a good selling point. It seems to be relatively open. It's got a nice kitchen over there. I cannot tell the quality of the cabinets or how good of condition they're in. Let's see, what else can we see in here? It's got nice fixtures already, so that's a plus. Things that we will not have to upgrade. And we will need to paint this. That's not a color that we use in our houses. So this will probably be more like a white and gray scheme. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk you guys around the other side of the house, and there's that kitchen window over there that I showed you earlier that I said I would show you inside of, and maybe we can get a better view of the kitchen. All right, I'll take you over there right now.
Wait, come here.
What?
Show them through here because it's completely open concept. This is a really nice layout.
Okay, so here's one more thing you can do, and I hope the audio doesn't mess up because I'm slamming it against the glass right here. But if the doors are not open, then just put your phone up against the glass like this, or your hands in your face, and you can see in. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If it's illegal, let me know, and I promise I'll never do it again, and please don't put me in jail.
Why is there a naked Barbie right there? A naked Ken?
You never know what you'll find in these houses, as everybody already knows who follows me. All right, I'm gonna walk you guys around to that window. Okay, we're back over here at that window. And again, I'm just gonna do the same thing I did at the doors. I'm just gonna take a peek here. I am not entering the house. So the kitchen, again, it's in nice shape. It looks to be relatively newer cabinets. The appliances are pretty rough. I'm not sure if you can pick that up on camera.
I wanna see. Oh yeah, it's good. This is a good kitchen.
Don't you have your own vlog?
I do, but it's not as interesting.
Well, your followers said it is, because I only have like 5 followers and you got the rest. All right, now one more thing I can see, check this out. If you can look up there, I see water damage on the ceiling. Now I know this is the first floor and not the second floor, so what that tells me is there's plumbing issues. There's probably a bathroom right above the kitchen, and that is leaking down through the floor, so you need to account for that as well. All right, I'm gonna wrap up this portion of the vlog, and I'm gonna get back in the car and talk with you on camera about a few more things, and we'll wrap this thing up.
Really quick though, what is this? Is that poison ivy?
No, this is a marsupial plant. It's only grown in West Africa and the West Palm Indies of the Third Nations, and you can only find it in this time of the year when it blooms on every perennial.
You always give the best information. Thank
I know.
You. Because I touched all over it and I was a little worried.
Actually,
oh, mosquito!
I just made all that up, and you probably have poison oak or ivy.
I'm gonna eat.
All right, go, 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 go. All right, so we're back in the car now, and I just want to wrap up this vlog and give you a little bit more information.
I got bit by mosquitoes a lot all over my legs. Sorry to interrupt, and I also want to let you know that we are sitting in the car with no AC and the windows up so that you can hear us really good. So just know that we are sacrificing for this video.
Yeah, I'm very hot. I'm sweating.
I know.
Okay, so anyway, if you cannot see it, assume that it's there. And what I mean by that is damage. So if you're going to put a budget together on your first house and you do not have a professional walking around with you and you don't have much experience, you need to assume that the damage is there when you do your budget, because the last thing you want to do is assume that it's not, and it is. You didn't budget for it, and now you are in trouble. So thankfully, I have Steve on my team, and he is a professional contractor, and he has seen almost everything before, and he can evaluate things quickly. And now I can do much better as well because I've learned from him, and also I've seen over 300 or 400 or 500 houses now. I don't even know how many houses I've probably looked at. If we flipped over 150, go ahead and assume that we probably looked at least 500. So anyway, after doing that, I've gained some knowledge about looking at these houses. Now, I am still not super comfortable doing it all by myself, especially not when my two partners would count on me for the budget.
You're not by yourself. I'm here.
Oh yeah, Rhianna's here. But what I can do and what they trust me to do is to evaluate the first look on the property. And I'll also take a lot of pictures and I'll report what I've seen. Now what we'll do, because this is a good house, what we will do is we will come back over here. We will try to get the bank's permission to let us inside, and we will do a full budget. If we can't go inside, we still do a full budget. And again, we just assume that the damage is there. So that's a huge tip for you guys if you're flipping your first house or any house or buying this as any type of investment. All right, so anyway, before I freak out because I'm getting so hot, I'm going to close this vlog out. I hope you guys found it interesting. If I left anything out or you have any questions, leave them below and I will answer them as soon as I can. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this type of vlog or like this vlog, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also subscribe to her channel since she keeps coming up on mine at Rhianna Fariel. And we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.